Hey, how's it going? So I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I just had to vent because I'm tired of hearing, with the election going on, I'm tired of hearing black men need to step up and support Kamala Harris, or black men don't support Kamala Harris because they're misogynistic, or they don't support her because she's a woman. Just name the thing. And it's an absolutely ridiculous statement, and then it assumes that black men plays identity politics instead of assuming black men actually pay attention and support people based on policies and issues that's important to them. And that's what the case is. We've had a chance to experience, or should I say black men in general had a chance to experience life under a Trump administration and then life under a Biden-Harris administration. And I'm pretty sure 95 plus people say their life was better under Trump. Now, everybody has their independent own reasons for that. I know my reasons for that is I've made the most money I ever made when Trump was president. Now, is that a fluke? I know Barack Obama came out and said that was his doing. Things were good during Trump because all the stuff Barack Obama did, but that's actually a false statement, because Barack Obama in a speech said all those jobs that left and went to China, went to Mexico, went to Malaysia, went to the Philippines, those jobs aren't coming back.
Because some of those jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when somebody says, like the person you just mentioned, who I'm not going to advertise for, that he's going to bring all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do?
He said that out of his own mouth. Trump got in, he cut regulations, he cut taxes, he applied tariffs, and guess what happened? Those jobs came back. Since those jobs came back, that created more opportunity for people to be employed, more opportunity for certain industries to thrive. So just that right there alone proves that the Trump policies or the Trump administration was more focused on, as he says, making America great again. In general, Kamala Harris's policies, or should I say Joe Biden and Kamala Harris policies, basically help further destroy the country.
He signed a proclamation effective immediately, halting further funding or construction of the previous administration's border wall and terminating the so-called national emergency used to wastefully divert billions for wall construction.
The new president revoked a Trump order that made deportations a top priority. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security now says it's instituting a 100-day moratorium on some deportations to ensure fair and effective enforcement.
Further help get rid of all the great things that was happening under Trump. They got in and basically did away with a lot of all that. The border was wide open. We had these flood of illegals, used up a lot of the oil reserves, so fuel prices or energy costs went up, inflation went up. We're kind of in a dilemma because the collapse of the dollar is a long time coming. And that's regardless of who's running the country. But back to the point, black men don't support Kamala Harris because her policies are trash. Not only are they trash, hardly anybody knows what her policies are. Yeah, you could say, I want to cut taxes for the middle class. You could say these things, but how are you going to do these things? Because cut taxes for the middle class, but raise taxes to the billionaires and millionaires because they got to pay their fair share. That's obviously somebody doesn't know how things work. Because billionaires and millionaires, they don't pay taxes in the same way. Like, they don't get a paycheck like a middle class person does. They don't get they don't work for money. They create an asset, or they have an asset that produces them money. And there's all kinds of tax benefits to doing that these politicians will never get rid of. So you can raise taxes all you want on millionaires and billionaires, but they have trusts, they have foundations, they have different funds and insurance policies where that stuff is not taxed, or is not taxed in the same way payroll is. So they can cry all they want about raising taxes on millionaires and billionaires. Only person they ever raise taxes on is the middle class and the poor. And that's just the way it is. So that's all I gotta say. My black men don't support Kamala Harris because her policies are trash, garbage. She's not even a likable person. Like, why do you think she dropped out of the 2020 presidential race?
By mid-October, she was behind in the money race and failing to connect to African Americans, polling only 5% with black voters recently compared to 43% for Biden.
Andrea joins us now. Andrea, it's worth noting that Harris dropped out today, but not before issuing a parting shot about who's left.
Early, because she wasn't getting support. Nobody supported her. Nobody liked her. And I say nobody, I mean like 90% of people didn't like her. So stop with the black men are misogynistic, or black men are buying the Trump Kool-Aid. That's why they don't support black men do not support Kamala Harris because we don't like her. Not because she's a woman, not because of her sketchy racial makeup. We don't like her because she doesn't have policies that we think will benefit us or the country. So that's all I gotta say about that.
This whole sort of premise, this sort of weird thing, which frankly is quite racist, that you should judge according to your skin color and feel a duty, a compulsion to do so, seems to me to be racist.
It is fundamentally racist, and it's something that I think Black people are right to be upset about. And then there's also this. You are correct to say that there's nothing about Kamala Harris or Barack Obama, for being frank, that is Black. I can't sort through all of Kamala's various accents. There's so many of them. She's in front of a Latina crowd. Suddenly she's Selena, and she's speaking like a Latina. And then she's in front of a Jamaican crowd and she's dropping man. I can't deal with it. It is way too much Hollywood acting for me. Then she's got the Black accent going and, girl, what are you talking about? She's in front of a white crowd. She's speaking like a California Valley girl. I don't trust it. Yeah, I just do not trust somebody that slips that quickly through so many personalities.